Well, folks, it's official. The Big House has been canceled. That was actually one of the events I was holding out hope for potentially taking place this year, and I actually think that would have been a possibility had the US handled the virus pandemic that we're in a lot better. Now, currently I know a few people who are actually holding out for CEO, which I believe was rescheduled for later in December. But the problem with that is it's smack dab in the middle of Florida, and that's the epicenter for anything virus related right now that's just kind of haunting this country. Just to kind of give you a scope of how bad it is down there, the NBA is currently set to resume play in Orlando, Florida. And even with all their money, all the precautions, players are still testing positive and creating kind of like a stir as far as like, should they really actually do this? So I say that to say this, I don't have any faith that any gaming tournament down there anytime soon is going to have enough precautions or safety to be good enough for anybody to be attending any kind of event, Smash or not. I know, Smash is the end all be all for some of you, but for God's sakes, if you're willing to do that shit, you might as well just book yourself a ticket to Disney World and go nuts. And when I say tournaments, guys, or events, I'm not talking about the little locals that pretend to do social distancing with the setups or casually enforce the mask policies, okay? I'm talking about the real deal. Thousands of people in a venue, insane amounts of hype taking place during the finals, a month of McDonald's minimum wage as the prize pool. That's right. Talking about nationals, the real shit. It's pretty obvious that this year just ain't going to be it for events and tournaments. But in 2021, when they're predicting that things are going to be better, more settled, treatments are going to be readily available, what tournament do I think is going to be at the forefront? Genesis? Pound? Apex? Or is it just something else? Well, I'll give my prediction on that, but first, let's just discuss something real quick. Because what you need to understand is it's going to be looking a lot different, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. There are honestly going to be no Nintendo partnerships for events going forward, okay? I say this with pretty much full confidence just given what's taking place, and I know for the majority of you probably don't care anyway, because I saw people, whenever something was announced, hey, we partnered with Nintendo, people were just like, okay, why, or what the hell does that even mean? Like, just a lot of negativity around it regardless. But when you take in everything that's kind of transpired over the last couple of weeks in the community, you have to look at the scope of things. It's so bad that Nintendo themselves issued a statement about this. So basically what I got from that statement is the fact that they've gone from screening our calls and sending us the voicemail sometimes to straight up blocking. Like, damn, it's just been that bad. Bruh. Also, considering a lot of concerns that have been raised lately with everything that's transpired, expect to see a sea of colorful wristbands for anybody likely under the age of 18 at events. Now, this isn't a bad thing at all, but it does come with a little bit of maybe a caveat for some people, as I don't think alcohol will be allowed in the venue anymore. To me, this basically means side betting is not the only thing that's going to be taking place. We'll likely have wagers on which dumbass smashers will get kicked out of the venue first for just trying to sneak in alcohol or being obnoxiously drunk and somebody realizing, hey, that guy should probably leave. I don't know about y'all, but I got my pick already. If you do, drop a comment down below. Something else I want to talk about. Who's going to fill that newly vacant top 10 spot? It seems like a uncomfortable trend with the PGR is there's always a newly vacant top 10 spot. But nevertheless, guys, think about how Meister made his insane leap into the top 10 on the last PGR release, okay? That was pretty nutty. Nobody saw that. So who's going to be the next person? Somebody from like the top 20, top 30, or maybe one of those Wi-Fi gods will just surge into the scene offline and just take things by storm. Personally, I'm rooting for my boy Spargo. And what about for the casting position? Who's going to become your new beloved commentators? I mean, there are really some tough shoes to fill right now with those seats being vacant. I'll be honest, even with the individuals who have unceremoniously been asked to leave the community, or maybe some who left on their own, it's still a job to win people over. Personally, my money on those having a big year in 2021, I'm gonna go with Hazmat, I'm gonna go with my boy Rod, my boy Korean, and I'm gonna go with Ajax. And that dude Joey who DMs me like once a week to review the casting is done over random Wi-Fi games. I guess, like, seriously Joey, what the dude? Stop. Real talk, guys, I know it's a lot of questions being posed, but I guess it's time that I answer one from towards the start of this video. What event could I see taking 2021 by storm? The answer? It might surprise you. Thunder Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. I think they are primed to make a huge comeback. After Technical seemingly took down the Smash division of this large company, they've been relatively silent even before any of the virus stuff really started to get out of hand, mainly just having a few tiny locals. Now, we know that they still somewhat have their foot in the door regarding Smash because I believe MVD is still sponsored by them, unless they just forgot to stop paying them. Either way, it's a win-win at this point. To me, this is their chance to just come in, host an event right away, wipe the slate clean of any of those awful, awful memories. Just awful. It's always boggled my mind how a company with such a great space to host an event and honestly a ton of state-of-the-art technology has just kind of fumbled the bag in their position in the community they did. Maybe it was just the attitudes with some of the people who ran things, but I know one point of contention seemingly seemed to be Christian Bishop. Now, I never had any problems with Christian. I thought he was a nice guy, but he's no longer with that company anyway, so maybe that's an opportunity to maybe kind of turn things around and get people a little more interested in Thunder. It's already been proven sponsoring a bunch of players and commentators, both known and really unknown, just isn't kind of the way to do things. What you got to do is put on a kick-ass event, okay? One that's going to have people talking for months, even years, okay? I can't tell you how many people tell me that MLG 2015 for Smash 4 is absolutely one of their favorite finals that they watch. I mean, who could ever forget Redacted ending Redacted's undefeated streak? Still gives me goosebumps, and I guess tears at this point. Seriously though, guys, all jokes aside, second chances, they just don't come around all the time. And for me, I just had an epiphany that, man, Thunder Gaming could really just jump back and just get in the driver's seat and really just surprise a lot of these events and really maybe raise the bar in ways we've never seen. Now, it's true, I could just be unrealistic in my thinking here, but you gotta think about it, man. When I talk about second chances, I mean that shit. Like me and my girlfriend, I'll be honest, we're on like our 4th attempt at a relationship, so maybe the whole second chances thing is maybe more so relevant just to Smash events, you know, as far as like how often people give things a chance. But honestly though, by the time you view this video, hell, me and my girl, we might be on our 5th time trying to make it work. Seriously though, just say a prayer for us, my God. Anyway though, guys, that's gonna do it for me. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It does a lot for your boy, I do promise you. Leave me a comment down below too. Do you think Thunder Gaming could very well be the comeback story of 2021? Who are gonna be those new top players and commentators who take the scene by storm? Anything I mentioned, perhaps you have an event or somebody you'd like to list. I'm always in the comments, I'm always listening, I'm always reading. Let me know below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.